Hallo. Ich heiße Etty. Ich bin hier, um alle wichtigen deutschen Verben zu buchstabieren. Abholen. To pick up, to call for. Achten. To pay attention, to respect. Achtzen. To groan, to moan. Andern. To change, to alter. Anfangen. To begin, to start. Ankommen. To arrive. Antworten. To answer, to reply. Arbeiten. To work. Atmen. To breathe. Aufhalten. To stop. Aufmachen. To open, to present. Ausgeben. To spend. Auskommen. To come out. Ausstellen. To exhibit, to expose. Backen. To bake. Baden. To bath. Bauen. To build. Beben. To tremble. Bedeuten. To mean. Beeindrucken. To impress. Beeinflussen. To influence. Befehlen. To order, to command. Befreien. To liberate, to set free, to exempt. Begegnen. To meet. Beginnen. To begin. Begleiten. To accompany. Behalten. To retain, to keep. Beißen. To bite. Bejahen. To agree. Bekehren. To convert. Bekommen. To get, to receive. Beleben. To animate, to cheer. Beleidigen. To insult. Bellen. To bark. Bergen. To recover. Berichten. To report. Bersten. To burst. Beschäftigen. To occupy, to preoccupy, to be busy, to employ. Beschuldigen. To accuse. Besitzen. To possess, to own. Bestehen. To pass, an exam, to exist. Bestellen. To order, to arrange, to deliver, regards a message. Besuchen. To visit, to attend. Beten. To pray. Betrogen. To deceive, to cheat. Bewegen. To move, to shake. Bewegen. To induce, to persuade. Beweisen. To prove. Bezahlen. To pay. Bezeichnen. To designate, to mar, to label. Biegen. To bend, to turn. Bieten. To offer, to bid. Bilden. To form, to mold. Binden. To bind, to tie. Bitten. To ask for, to request for, to beg. Blasen. To blow, to play. Bleiben. To remain, to stay. Blicken. To look, to glance. Blitzen. To flash, to emit lightning. Blühen. To bloom, to flower, to flourish. Bluten. To bleat. Braten. To roast, to broil, to fry, to grill. Brauchen. To need, to require. Brauen. To brew. Brausen. To storm, to roar, to take a shower. Brechen. To break. Brennen. To burn, to distill. Bringen. To bring, to present, to achieve, to accomplish. Brüllen. To roar, to shout. Buchen. To book, to enter. Borsten. To brush. Dampfen. To damp. Danken. To thank. Decken. To cover, to set, a table. Denken. To think. Dichten. To write poetry, to invent, to tighten. Dienen. To serve. Donnern. To thunder. Dringen. To urge, to press forward. To penetrate, to pierce. Drucken. To print. Drucken. To squeeze. Dürfen. To be allowed, to be permitted, Mai. Ehren. To honor. Einkaufen. To shop. Empfangen. to receive. Empfehlen. To recommend. Entbehren. To lack, to miss. Entfernen. To remove. Entfuhren. To abduct, to kidnap. Entgegnen. To reply, to answer. Enthalten. To contain. Entkommen. To escape. Entscheiden. To decide, to rule. Entschuldigen. To excuse, to apologize. Entstellen. To disfigure, to deform. Erfahren. To find out, to experience, to undergo. Erfinden. To invent, to discover. Erhalten. To obtain. Erinnern. To remind. Erklären. To explain, to declare, to announce. Erlauben. To permit. Erloschen. To become extinguished, to become dem Erreichen. To attain, to achieve, to reach. Errichten. To erect. To establish. Erschöpfen. To exhaust, to drain. Erschrecken. To be frightened. Ersticken. To choke, to stifle. Erwagen. To consider. Erwarnen. To mention. Erzählen. To tell, to relate. Essen. To eat. Fahren. To travel, to drive, to write. Fallen. To fall. Fangen. To catch, to capture. Fassen. To grasp, to contain, to conceive, to seize. Fechten. To fight, to fence. Feststellen. To establish. Finden. To find. Fliegen. To fly. Fliehen. To flee. Flieben. To flow. Fluchen. To curse, to swear. Folgen. To follow. Fragen. To ask a question. Fressen. To eat, for animals. Frieren. To freeze. Frühstücken. To eat breakfast. Fühlen. To feel. Fuhren. To lead. Füllen. To fill. Fürchten. To fear. Garnen. To yawn. Garen. To ferment. Geboren. To give birth to. Geben. To give. Gebrauchen. To use. Gedeihen. To thrive, to prosper. Gefallen. To be pleasing, to like. Gehen. To go. Gehorn. To belong, to own. Gelingen. To succeed. Gelten. To be valid, to be worth. Genießen. To recover. Genießen. To enjoy. Geraten. To get into. To fall into, to fall upon, to turn out. Geschehen. To happen, to take place. Gewinnen. To win, to gain. Gießen. To pour, to cast a medal. Glanzen. To glitter, to shine, to be brilliant. Glauben. To believe. Gleichen. To be like, to resemble, to equal. Gleiten. To slight. Glimmen. To glow. Glotzen. To stare. Glühen. To glow, to burn. Graben. To dig. Greifen. To seize, to grasp, to grab. Grollen. To be angry. Grunten. To base. Grutzen. To greet, to salute, to send regards or compliments. Gucken. To look, to peep. Haben. To have. Halten. To hold, to stop, to consider. Handeln. To act, to trade, to deal in goods. Hangen. To hang. Hassen. To hate. Hauen. To cut, to chop. Heben. To lift, to raise. Heiraten. To marry. Heizen. To be called. Heizen. To heat. helfen, to help, to assist, hetzen, to hunt, to incite, hoffen, to hope, to expect, horn, to hear, to listen, hupfen, to jump, interpretieren, to interpret, kämpfen, to fight, to struggle, kauen, to chew, kaufen, to buy, kehren, to turn, to sweep, kennen, to know, personal acquaintance, familiarity, klagen, to complaint of, klatschen, to clap, to slap, to gossip, kleben, to paste, to stick, klingen, to ring, to sound, klopfen, to knock, to beat, kneifen, to pinch, to squeeze, knufen, to tie, to knot, to fasten together, kochen, to cook, to boil, kommen, to come, können, ken, to know a language, to know how to do something, kosten, to cost, to taste, kotzen, to vomit, kratzen, to croak, kratzen, to scratch, kreichen, to creep, to crawl, kriegen, to obtain, coolen, to cool, to refresh, to refrigerate, kürzen, to shorten, to abbreviate, kussen, to kiss, lachen, to smile, lachen, to laugh, laden, to invite, to summon, landen, to land, to end up, to succeed, lassen, to leave, to allow, to abandon, laufen, to run, to function, lauschen, to listen to eavesdrop, leben, to live, lecken, to leak, liegen, to lay, to put, to deposit, lehren, to teach, leiden, to suffer, leihen, to lend, to borrow from, to hire, lernen, to study, to learn, lesen, to read, to gather, leuchten, to shine, lichten, to thin out, to lighten, lieben, to love, liefern, to deliver, to supply, liegen, to lie, loben, to praise, locken, to entice, lohnen, to reward, to recompense, losen, to loosen, to solve, lugen, to tell a lie, lutschen, to suck, machen, to make, to Donnerstag malen, to mill, to grind, malen, to paint, to portray, meiden, to avoid, to shun, meinen, to mean, to be of the opinion, merken, to notice, to note, messen, to measure, mieten, to rent, to hire, mogen, to like, müssen, to have to, must, nahren, to nourish, necken, to tease, nehmen, to take, nennen, to name, to call, nicken, to not, nutzen, to use, öffnen, to open, pachten, to lease, to rent, packen, to pack, to cease, passen, to fit, to be suitable, passieren, to happen, to take place, pfeifen, to whistle, pflanzen, to plant, plagen, to annoy, preisen, to praise, putzen, to clean, to groom, qualen, to torture, quellen, to spring from, rachen, to avenge, raten, to advise, to guess, rauchen, to smoke, raumen, to clear away, to clean, to evacuate, rauschen. To rush. Rechnen. To count, to calculate. Regnen. To rain. Reiben. To rub. Reichen. To reach, to pass, to extent, to be enough. Reinigen. To clean, to refine. Reisen. To travel. Reizen. To tear, to rip. Reiten. To ride, on horse. Reizen. To excite, to irritate. Rennen. To say, to tell. Saufen. To drink, for animals. Saugen. To suck, to absorb. Saumen. To delay, to hesitate. Schaden. To damage, to hurt. Schaffen. To create. Schalten. To direct, to switch, to insert. To shift gears. Schätzen. To value, to estimate. Schauen. To see, to look, to gaze. Schaumen. To foam. Scheiden. To separate, to part, to divide. Scheinen. To shine. Schelten. To scold. Schenken. To give. Schichten. To pile up, to heap. Schicken. To send. To dispatch. Schieben. To push, to move. Schlachten. To slaughter, to butcher. Schlafen. To sleep. Schlagen. To hit, to beat, to strike. Schleichen. To creep. Schleifen. To grind, to polish. Schlichten. To make smooth, to settle. Schließen. To close, to conclude. To shut. Schlucken. To swallow. Schlupfen. To slip. Schmecken. To taste. Schmeißen. To hurl. Schmelzen. To melt. Schmerzen. To hurt, to pain. Schmieren. To bribe, to grease. Schneiden. To cut. Schneien. To snow. Schnurren. To tie, to tighten. Schreiben. To write. Schreien. To shout, to scream. Schreiten. To stride, to step. Schwanken. To Fluchturte.